Is good, y'all. Welcome back to Chris and Ruff Productions. As always, I am Chris, and today I wanted to get into my most anticipated film of 2024, and that is Captain America: Brave New World. So the story is going to be starring Anthony Mackie as Captain America, also known as Sam Wilson. We're going to be seeing Harrison Ford and a buttload of other characters that we've seen in the past in the MCU, and they're going to be coming back after a while. We'll get into those actors and those characters in a bit. But before we get into everything that we know so far, I just want to just say I absolutely love Captain America as a character. If you go back and you watch my ranking of all the MCU projects, Civil War and Winter Soldier are in my top five, and Civil War is my number one. And then with Winter Soldier, I just absolutely love the portrayal of Sam Wilson. I think Anthony Mackie embodies that character of a veteran who's been through a lot. And right now, in Winter Soldier, he was just adjusting back to society, helping other veterans. And I just think his character has great morals, and he always does what's right. And throughout Falcon and the Winter Soldier, he was easily my favorite character. And I just want to see him carry that mantle and what all it brings for him. So let's go ahead and get into everything that we know about Brave New World. First off, it's supposed to come out July 26, 2024, and it already wrapped filming, so they have nothing else to film. They might do reshoots. MCU is always doing reshoots later on, but as of right now, everything's wrapped. They're just in post production. The reason why I bring up may come out July 2026 is because I have a feeling they're actually going to move this back up to May of 2024, because I believe Deadpool 3 is going to ultimately get delayed because of the strikes. And now that Brave New World is done filming and they're in post production, I don't see why they wouldn't move it back up to that slot. And like I said, since this is my most anticipated movie, I want to see it today, but obviously they have a lot to do still. So that is July 26, 2024, as of right now. Harrison Ford is going to be Thunderbolt Ross. So William Hurt, who played Thunderbolt Ross throughout the MCU, sadly passed away a few years ago. So rest in peace, William Hurt. And so now they're going to have Harrison Ford take on the mantle of Thunderbolt Ross. Harrison Ford, it's as he was doing press for Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, they asked him, "How do you feel about being Thunderbolt Ross and Red Hulk?" And Harrison Ford answered, "What the hell is a Red Hulk?" So Harrison Ford, classic Harrison Ford. He doesn't like Star Wars. He don't give a shit about Marvel. But I'm glad that he's Thunderbolt Ross. Obviously Harrison Ford is an absolute living legend. So he's gonna bring justice to that character, and he's gonna carry on that role from William Hurt. And I'm sure Harrison Ford is going to do a good job. So Thunderbolt Ross is actually going to be the president of the United States in this film. He's going to be President Ross, so he's already going to be, very powerful man in this movie, and I just can't wait to see how he plays the president. That's pretty cool. Next is Betty Ross is going to be returning for the first time since Hulk 2008. That is Betty Ross right there next to her father, Thunderbolt Ross. And the last time we saw her was all the way back in 2008. So by the time Brave New World comes out in 2024, that'll be what? 2008 to 2018 is 10 years. Um, 18 to 24 is 6 years. So it would be 16 years since her last appearance in the MCU. Obviously, she had a love interest with Bruce Banner, so I'm curious how that's going to carry over. If they'll even mention it, which they probably will. I don't see why they would just retcon that story. It's canon in the MCU. But yeah, I'm curious what role she's going to play. She's obviously going to probably go against her father in some capacity, because Thunderbolt Ross is very power hungry, and he's at times can be you know, mean. I don't know how else to say it, mean. So I wonder how she's gonna play that character whenever her father is now the president of the United States of America. We're gonna be having the leader will be the main villain. So the leader, we last saw him in the Hulk 2008 as well. The last time we saw him, he was transforming. His head was transforming. He was becoming this kind of disfigured looking person, and he's going to be the main villain. I don't know exactly what the story is going to be with him. I don't even want to guess, but I just know if he's going to be the villain and he's going to be the leader, He's probably gonna have some plan of he's gonna try to overthrow the government, or he's gonna try to infiltrate the civilian population in America, and just take over, just to some capacity like that. And obviously, Captain America is going to try to stop him. So it's going to be good to see Blake Nelson, who plays the leader. We haven't seen him since 2008, so 16 years since we last saw his character. And Blake Nelson is a wonderful, wonderful actor. He knows how to play disgruntled characters. So I'm very interested in how he portrays this character. Next, we have the Serpent Society will emerge. So, Serpent Society, I know somewhat about them. I don't know a lot. I actually have a Sam Wilson graphic novel coming from that I ordered online, and they are in the graphic novel. So, I am curious about reading about them. So, like I mentioned, I don't know much about them, but from what I know is that they are villains. Yeah, Serpent Society, they're villains. Um, there's already been on-set photos of Brave New World with them on there, as well as casting that has already been announced that we'll get into in a little bit. So Separate Society, if you know a lot about them, please comment down below. Give your thoughts on what you think about them being in this movie. But I know they mess with Captain America a bunch. I know that they have a rivalry with him, and I'm curious to see how they're portrayed as well, because like I mentioned, I'm gonna start reading them, and when I start reading them, I'm gonna be thinking about, wow, how this is gonna be on the big screen. So that's Serpent Society. Next, we have Rosa Salazar as Diamondback. Diamondback is in Serpent Society. This has already been confirmed. So Rosa Salazar, I believe she's in Alita Battle Angel. I've never seen that film, but she's the lead in that movie, and that movie made a bunch of money, so that's pretty cool for her. And Rosa Salazar, I don't know much about any movies that she's been in. I just know that she's in this one. She was cast for a reason, so I'm sure she's going to be a killer actress in the way she's going to portray this character. So that's Rosa Salazar as Diamondback. Next, we have Seth Rollins on set, possibly Cobra. Cobra is a member of Serpent Society, and this is on set photos of Seth Rollins filming Brave New World. I think this was around WrestleMania, if I'm not mistaken. Um, so yeah, this is right before he became the champion. And yeah, Seth Rollins, Seth freaking Rollins. I know I grew up a WWE fan. I watch it here and there. Sometimes I catch the big events, and I know Seth Rollins is a badass person. So I want to see he's kind of gonna be like GSP. GSP was the Leaping Leopard in Winter Soldier and Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So now that you're gonna have another WWE actor or WWE person acting in the MCU, that's gonna be pretty cool. Oh, excuse me, GSP UFC. You're gonna have another wrestler. You know what I mean? All right, people. I'm not gonna apologize because you know what I mean. All right. Next, Joaquin Torres will be the new Falcon. So Joaquin Torres in the comics has organic wings. I don't know if they'll give him organic wings. We saw at the end of Falcon and the Winter Soldier that Sam Wilson gave him his old wings that he used, because now Sam Wilson has Dora Milaje, not Dora Milaje. The Dora Milaje gave Sam Wilson wings from Wakanda made out of vibranium. So he has his old wings. He has no use for them anymore. So he gave them to Joaquin Torres. Joaquin Torres in the show was already, how can I say? He was already hacking the wings, so he was getting used to them, and he's gonna obviously be Falcon in the new movie. So that's gonna be pretty good. The actor, I really enjoyed the actor in Falcon the Winter Soldier. He brought kind of like that sidekick charm in a way, and he's gonna play well with Sam Wilson for sure. Next, we have Isaiah Bradley will return. So Isaiah Bradley, I absolutely love his storyline about how he became a super soldier and how the government just treated him like shit. They forgot about him. They betrayed him for what all he did for this country. And then at the end of Falcon and Winter Soldier, Sam Wilson had him, like, kind of like his own museum memorial for what all he did for this country. And I think I don't know if they will. I hope they do. They have flashbacks of Isaiah Bradley as Captain America. I think that's just a way to do that character justice for live action. See him in action. um and yeah, Isaiah Bradley, like I mentioned, I would love to see a whole show centered around him whenever he was Captain America. And I think that show would be very, very moving. So yeah, I can't wait to see how he's gonna play a role in Falcon and Winter Soldier. He, was against Sam Wilson taking on the mantle of Captain America because of his reasons about how America has treated black people throughout its history. And then Sam Wilson told him like that's the reason why I have to be Captain America, because we have to kind of like pave a way and show that we're strong. And I love that conversation between Isaiah Bradley and Sam Wilson in that show. So I can't wait to see how he's played out throughout this movie. Next, we have Red Hulk will appear to some capacity. All right. So Red Hulk obviously is Thunderbolt Ross. Um, so this is, spoilers ahead if you don't want to know. And it's not really like it's been announced or leaked or anything like that. But so I collect Marvel Legends. Okay. You see some behind me. Marvel Legends, they have a release, of figures and waves they're going to be doing. And one of the figures for Brave New World is going to be Red Hulk. Or I think for Thunderbolts, I think it's going to be Red Hulk. So I'm curious if we're going to see Harrison Ford turn into Red Hulk in this movie. I don't see why they wouldn't. That would be a missed opportunity to introduce Red Hulk in a Captain America film, because he's already going to appear in Thunderbolts. And the Thunderbolts comes out after Brave New World. So it's going to be the leader, Red Hulk, and Serpent Society. Sam Wilson has his hands full. He has his hands full. That's a lot going on for him. But he has some help with, Falcon and other characters. So we'll see. Red Hulk, I absolutely love the design of this. I don't know who did this. This is fan art. But Harrison Ford would be a badass looking Red Hulk. Guys, that is it. I just wanted to give my thoughts on this film, how much I'm excited for this film, and what everything I can't wait to see. So what are your thoughts on this movie? Are you excited for it as much as I am? How much do you like the cast? How much do you like the characters going to be coming back? Are you excited to see Red Hulk? Because I am. That's pretty badass. Are you excited to see Separate Society? I need to start reading them. My excitement will build for them. And as well as the leader. The leader is a badass villain. And so, guys, that's pretty much it. Drop your thoughts down below in the comments. I love reading those comments. But as always, guys, I'm Chris. I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.